level that the commander can go up to and then bring up his command interface. Some of the things that he can do, first I'm going to demonstrate aerial recon. He can call a low-flying recon plane that will fly over the level.
He has to wait 3 minutes.
No, he has to wait 3 minutes until he can do it again.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he doesn't have to wait 3 minutes before it comes in.
Yeah, okay.
So that low-flying recon plane's flying over the battlefield. As you can see, he's radioing back the enemy positions, and it'll show up on my overhead map.
Okay.
This actually filters down the chain of command. So a squad leader below the commander gets the information a little bit later, and then an infantryman gets it a few seconds after that. So the real purpose of this is not to say for a person to be running around and say, oh, there's an enemy right around this corner. It's more a high-level tactical thing, like, oh, there's a tank over here. Oh, the enemy forces are moving this direction. So this really allows the commander to get the high-level tactical view of what's going on in the situation. Another thing we've added for the commander is this force respawn functionality. In a territory-based game type, in a respawn-based game type like territory, you'll go into the respawn queue and wait a few seconds before you come back to life. With this, the commander can force a respawn to get the players in the game right now. It's on a cooldown period, so he can't do it over and over instantly. But at key moments in the battle, he can get his dead teammates back into the fight right then and potentially change the course of the battle.
Yeah.
So my plane has spotted some enemies in this village over here. I'm going to go take a look. I think I might need to drop some artillery on them. There's the recon plane up there. So yeah, some enemies over here. Let's get some artillery on them. Now you asked about destruction. In the original game, the environments were fairly static. So while you could kill players and vehicles with the tanks, the artillery had really no effect on the environment. For the new game, we've created what we call our massive destruction system. With massive destruction, we can actually dynamically destroy any of the objects in the environment that we would like. As you can see here, it'll be demonstrated in just a moment.
Cool. And of course that wiped out everybody that was in those buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see, one of the things that we do gameplay-wise, particularly with buildings, we'll allow them to be damaged and they'll get holes in them and stuff, but we don't completely destroy them. And this is for gameplay, because we learned very early on, if you completely destroy everything in a level, you have guys standing around in fields shooting each other with rifles, completely open fields. And it's just not fun for gameplay. So that concludes the playthrough part of the demonstration.
Demo portion of it. So, okay, so now I know that this is this is not like an MMO. This is like a first-person shooter. Mm-hmm. So if you buy the game once, yes. I imagine that's the model you're setting up.
Yes.
And where do you hope that the game will go once it's in production and selling? Mm-hmm. Where's it going to go from there? Is it just done, or do you have more content that'll come out?
It's absolutely not done at that point. One of the big things that we do with Tripwire Interactive is we want, one, to provide a good value when somebody buys the game, mm-hmm. but we also want people to know that they're not just buying what they get in the box, they're buying what they're going to get for months and potentially years after the release. Traditionally, with the first Red Orchestra, the game's been out 4.5 years. We put out free update packs with levels, vehicles, etc. 3 years, up to 3 years after the release. Killing Floor, our second game, same thing. We shipped with 4 maps. I think we're up to 15 maps now in the game. So we have the same plan for Heroes of Stalingrad. We're going to continue to expand the game and give the players value far beyond when we ship. New levels, new vehicles, new gameplay scenarios.
How about in the spirit of how you got your start? Is there any player mod availability?
Yeah, we're going to ship with a full mod SDK.
Okay.
But we're also doing a really unique experiment right now. We've actually took the best mod teams from the original Red Orchestra, gathered all of the best people, put them into one all-star mod team, and we're having them now develop an expansion for Heroes of Stalingrad. We're giving them the mod tools a year before the game ships.
That's sweet.
And we're giving them the opportunity, if the mod they create is really, really good, we're going to bring it in-house, polish it up, and then release that as a commercial as a commercial expansion.
Uh-huh.
If it's just kind of good or pretty good, then we'll release it as a free mod. But it'll be a free mod that will come out very soon after the initial release, as opposed to a traditional full mod that comes out a year or two after the release of the game.
Yeah, that's really sweet. Well, John, I want to thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
And I look forward to the game. It looks like something I'll play, especially when there's tanks. And we'll hit you up for it next conference. When you got tanks, we'll be here.
All right, great. Thank you.
Everybody take care.